So if you saw my first video, you've seen my new 14-foot John boat. Well, not new, it's used, but what I'm going to use for duck hunting this upcoming season. Put a mud motor on it. Well, I decided for some of these little lakes that I like to fish on, that crappie fish, I like to troll for crappies, that I would mess with this little boat. I picked up a little Johnson 9.5. It's 1974 or something. Got it for 50 bucks. I had to put on a new fuel pump / filter, clean the carbs, and the kill switch was eaten through. So I put a new kill switch on. The factory style was like 60 bucks. That thing right there was $2. So I got it on, I cleaned out the carbs, and now it starts pretty good. I changed the lower unit gear oil, and the prop's a little chewed up, and it's got this thing out of the side, but I have $100 in it, and I actually got it so that my kids could use this boat, because here anything under a 10 they can run on the lake. I have lights on it so we can use it at night, early mornings. Need those for duck season anyway. This is a pretty cool part. I have a 28-inch light bar, a night running light. This light bar is a spot / flood, and it's very bright. And so in a little bit I'm going to try and, I bought a little depth finder for it, fish finder. I'm going to hook that up, and I'm going to put some pole holders on the boat. I just put toggles on there. One's for the light bar and one is for the running lights. So now show you a little bit more when I get things dug out for the fish finder. This is a fish finder I'm going to use. Lowrance Hook 3X. It's newer. I don't in my other boat I have Downscan and I think, well, that's probably all, and the normal imaging. And all I ever use is normal imaging, so I didn't want anything more than that. And for right now, I just got the Bass Pro Shop rod holders. I'm going to mount 4 of them in here. I have those on my other boat. They work good. I like them. There's a transducer. Instructions weren't very good. So if you're putting one together, I don't know if you can see all the spacers, but that's how they go. Actually, the wire is supposed to go behind here and there. But I'm going to mount it on the back, on the left side, about in here. And when I get it mounted, I'll show you what I've done. I'm not quite sure. This is all they give you, these 2 screws, but I'm going through just aluminum, and I think those will hold, but might put a little piece of wood down there so they have something to bite into. So what I decided, I'm going to use these little self-tapper metal stud screws, and I'm going to mount it close to the bottom so it's reading under the boat, about in line with my handle. I'll probably take it off during duck season anyway, just because I don't want it to get hit. But I'll show you when I'm got it attached. There it's mounted. Metal stud screws. It's got little rubber bushings so that if I hit something it'll kick it up. The wire is pretty tight back behind there, but I guess it'll help that from getting caught. Try to find something to attach in here. So I'll probably be working on the electric next. So that's mounted. All I ended up using was a zip tie on the handle. And I can hang out in there. This is the plug-in for the back of the depth finder. Plugs in back there. Here's what I did. I like to run these on plug-ins so that I can take them off kind of easily, unplug them, take them inside, unhook them. It gave me a fuse. The fuse was all in black wire, so it's kind of confusing there for a second. I just use these right here to plug into my battery. Right now what's wired in there are the spot floodlight and the running lights. So I'll just hang this out this guy out the side on these alligator clips, and we'll plug it in and see if it works. So the plug-in just hangs out the side, plugged in, turned it on, it's working. It reads all goofy because obviously I'm over concrete. Transducer is mounted, little fish finders set up. Have a little bit of room to move it from the right side or the left side of the boat. So I mounted it on a board, little piece of cedar. I can move it from side to side, I can adjust it, it won't fall over, it won't be tipsy, and it's not a permanent fixture. That's what I did in my big boat too. I fastened everything with these shrink wrap fasteners, crimped them, shrank them down. So now we have a little depth finder in the duck boat. Now, I don't know if I'll need it for duck season because I don't really care what I run into. This is mainly to find what elevation the crappies are at, or walleye, or whatever I try to mess with in this little boat. Gonna try and hang some of these rod holders. Probably just gonna drill right through the boat. Looks like I can adjust completely down if I want to. Drag the tips in the water, or up high. So, and it's up high enough, it doesn't matter whether I go all the way through the boat. I'd probably just centrally locate a hole in the middle. Figured I'd show this. Got some pretty cool cloud formations. You can hear thunder in the background, so I don't know how much longer I have left to try and do this, but it's 4th of July weekend. I took Friday off, so tomorrow, today's Thursday, so tomorrow I was going to go try to catch some crappies, mess with this thing a little bit, see how it does, see how this engine runs. So that'll probably be part of this video. Looks like I'm not going to make it much farther. I don't know, it's getting windy. Actually, I got one mounted. I'll cut the extensions off those screws shortly. But just went through the Through the boat. Well, I got them all done. Got a little wet, but I got those out of the way. I still have to cut off the longer part of the screws, but I did make it before the rain came. For right now, I have 4 in there, and I'm probably going to put 2 more in the front. We'll see. Normally, there's not too many of us. If there's going to be more, we'll take the big boat, but it'd be fun just to get out, see how it works. Kind of neat. It's lightweight, small. It's wide though. It's 70 inches across the top of this thing. You could sit 2 people, 2 adult men side by side in there. It's rated for 4 people. This little thing right here, it'll be kind of neat to see how that does, how it handles with this boat. Hopefully we'll test it out tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be nice. Well, that should be it for this little project. Cut off the screws. So I got 4 of them mounted in this little 14-foot boat. The LED light on the front. Running lights for night. Toggle switches. Have everything tucked up. Rain just a little bit. Tucked up inside the box. Fire extinguisher. Light pole. Engine, I think we're ready to go. See what happens tomorrow.